Good evening, everybody. As I mentioned before, start recording of this class on Monday, October 18th, 2021. The deadline to pick up your or to pick your group project type and title. So, for example, I pick this paper, I will do this information, I will do this, or I'll do this sorting algorithm, or I will analyze this one based on the guideline for the project type. So I'll pick this and I will do this type. Each project should get the approval by Wednesday, maximum 5 p.m. So please work on this to make sure. How many groups we have? 12, I think. Let me check. Announcements. Yes, we have 12 groups. So I will start calling anybody from group 1 attending this class.
Professor, did you say group?
So group 1, please inform all your group members to pick the topic by today, tomorrow, or Wednesday by 5 p.m. Group 2, anybody from group 2? If you don't know your group number, I'll share it with you now. Here are the group numbers, and here are the members.
Hi, Professor. I am from Group 2. This is Muniraj. Sorry, I didn't.
You are from group 2?
Yes.
Okay. Please inform your group to pick the topic maximum by Wednesday, 5 p.m.
Yeah, sure, Professor.
Yeah, inshallah. Group 3.
Sir, I'm from group 3.
Okay. So please work with your group to choose. Group 4.
Hi, Professor. I'm from group 4.
Okay. Please work on that with your group. Group 5.
Yep.
Okay. Group 6.
Hi, Professor. I'm from group 6.
Okay, please, the same. Work with your group to pick the topic. Group 7.
Hi, Professor. I'm from group 7.
Okay, sounds great. There are 2 members. Please work together, guys, with the other group members. Group 8. Nobody from group 8?
Yeah, Professor.
You are from group 8. Okay,
Yeah.
please work with the other group member and make sure that we add one more person, this one in red. Don't forget to contact them.
Yeah, I'm that person.
Okay, you are that person? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Group 9.
Yeah, Professor.
Yeah, Professor. Can we just need to send the topic name for you and the TA both, or just you?
Yeah,
or
both
TA?
of us. Both of us. Send
Okay,
to
sure.
me and
Okay.
CC the TA.
Okay, okay, got it.
So just
either
one.
You can put us both in 2.
Oh, so just
Okay.
one person of our group.
Yeah, one
He's gonna-
person. Now, discuss with your group what you are gonna do,
Okay.
and like a
Just-
little paragraph. Hello, Zahra Muhammad. We need. We choose this topic category, and we'll
Yeah.
do this thing.
Okay. So just
Okay,
one person. Okay,
Yeah, just one person per group to email us.
okay, okay.
So
With the
agree,
group number,
agree
okay.
with your group, pick one person to lead this. Group
Okay.
9.
We are group 9, sir.
Yeah, okay, group 9. Sounds good. Thank you. Group 10.
Yeah.
I'm in group
Yes, sir,
10.
we are in group 10.
Okay, the same. You hear everything, okay? Group
All right.
11.
Hi, this is group 11.
Okay. The same. Group 12, those are where individual, hello? Group 12, any member from group 12?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, please contact your colleagues because you were put your name in individual and we merge all of you in a group. So please contact those. If you don't have the email of the other persons in your group, just contact the TA. She will provide you with the emails.
Okay, Professor.
So guys, anybody, any group, if you don't have like one or two or more of your group members' emails, you have their IDs, but if you don't have their emails, you can email the TA. She will provide you with the emails. Okay, guys. Okay, which slide in our last class we stopped at, guys? So in week 4, at what slide? Because I remember we don't complete the handout. So at which slide we stopped?
I think it's slide 20, I think.
We stop at slide 20. Okay, let me share my screen and we can go from there. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so we talk between the difference between return versus print. And now we will start with the topic functions as arguments. So arguments can take on any type, even functions. So even the function, we can use it as an argument. For example, if we define function A and we just make a print statement inside function A, then function B, we are inside B and return the same received Y. We send the parameter. Function C, and we send Z, print inside function C and return Z, and we put a parenthesis here. So print function A, what does it will return? It will call function A takes no parameters. Print 5 plus function B. Function B takes one parameter, which is 2y. So it will do 5 plus 2. Now then, print function C and send to it function A. What do you expect this will do? So we send the function as a parameter or as an argument. So anybody can tell me what print function C and we send as a parameter function A. What do you think? What is the output of this code?
Inside function A,
Okay, then does it return any value, function A?
Oh, no. Okay, it doesn't return any value. So it prints nothing.
No, it will print inside function A. Let me
Yes, sorry, it outputs nothing, but it prints inside function A.
Mhm.
And
so let me
inside function C.
1 second.
okay. So we put this. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, the indentation error because of copy and paste thing. Okay. Now we'll take the first one in the slide. What it will print? Inside function A and nothing return, none. Okay. Let's take the other one. Inside function B and 7, as I told you. Now, what it will print for the last one? Who can tell me?
Inside function A, inside function C, none.
Inside function C, inside function A, none. You are correct. You know, sometimes the slide use different Python compiler. So here we are using Python 3 with Jupyter. So print required the parentheses. It will not work without that. Is that clear what's going on, guys? Okay, what if we make it function C and we send function B, because you know function C is taking Z as a function. So the function should be an argument. So if like function C, and here we make it function B, and we send the number 3. What is the output will be? Who can tell me?
Will be 3.
All output, it will be inside function C, then
Inside function B and
Yes.
return 3.
and the 3. Integer object is not located. So we can send it. Okay. So function C take one parameter and another function. And Z as a function. One position argument Y. Okay. is not callable. So we should return a function, not the integer.
In your first line, maybe it's because z is a function.
Yeah, it's because z is a function.
Yeah, I think if it's just z, maybe it will work. If you remove the parentheses, maybe it will work.
No, it should have argument y. But function A is working. But with argument, it is not working. If we send the function with argument, it's not working. Yeah, maybe because we just say z without arguments here.
Yeah, maybe if we remove the brackets, it might work.
No, here, if we remove a bracket, it will take any number, so it will be a normal thing. And here you have just to send the any number. So it will be like B. So it will return it. But if you send a function with no argument, it will make an error. So I'll check and bring you an answer, but most probably the answer that we have to send a function without arguments. We send just the function as an argument to do something. Okay, let's back. To our week 4. Okay. So here, function as argument. So as we said that we return z, so function A returns none. Then this one will return 7. This one will return none and just will print what is inside the function. So scope example. Inside the function can access a variable defined outside. Inside the function cannot modify a variable defined outside. Can using a global variable, but for one upon. So inside this function, if I change the value of x, as I mentioned last class, it will be a local variable to x. So I'm not changing the global variable, which is a different object in the main program or in another function. So x from outside, g. Here we have x, a value, then we call gx. So we can use it, but we cannot change it. It will remain 5. Unbounded local error, local variable x reference before assignment. Here, if we try to change the value of x and we use it from another scope, we cannot change it and it will give me an error. Let's see this. So here, if we define H will take an argument Y. And here we said X plus equal 1. We are trying to change X. Then back to the different scope, which is X equal 5. Then we'll call H of X. And then we print X. So it will be unbound local error. Unbound local error. We are trying to change variable X, which is it's out of bound of this function scope. So we cannot change it. Another scope example. Inside the function we cannot modify. So X from a global and main program scope here. And here we have a local X, which is different than this X. Did you get the idea, guys? We clarify this is last class. Now, more example in scope. It's your homework to go to Python Tutor is your best friend to help sort this out. So if you press this link, so you can play with your code and try to play with the scope. Scope details. If we define the function g of x and define inside it a function h, h is taking x as a b c, x which is local, it's out of h bound, but it's part of g bound. Then print g x x, then you call h, return x. And here you said x equal 3 and you send z equal g of x. What is going to happen? Who can tell me? Guys, is x here, the value of x as 3 is gonna change the thing that will be returned in the function? This x is local to this function and this x is local to h. This x is local to g. And we will return the x which is part of g. So what the function here z, when we call z equal the value of g of x or the value returned by g of x, what it will contain? What z will contain?
It will contain 4.
It will contain
4.
Yes. Okay, is that clear? In H scope, x equal ABC. In G scope, it's equal 3 plus 1, which is 4, as your colleague told you. But in a global scope, in the main program, it will remain 3. Is that clear? So it will returns 4, as your colleague mentioned. Okay. Now, decomposition and abstraction. Both together, they are grateful programming practice. Code can be used many times, but only has to be debugged once. I will debug the function once, then it can be called many times as I want it. So we call it decomposition, like modularity of the program. And at the same thing, we keep the level of abstraction that each variable, each statement is following to different scope based on these functions. So now we'll go to week 5. We'll continue now. As of now, we will see that we will use a function a lot. We will use functions a lot. So last time we talked about function, decomposition, create a structure, abstraction. From now on, we'll be using functions a lot. So today we'll have seen variable types. Till today, we have these variable types: integer, float, Boolean, string. Introduce a new compound data types. So today we'll introduce 2 new data types. The first data type, we call it tuples, and the second data type, it is lists. And between those, we will discuss the data of aliasing, mutability, and cloning. Which one will accept, one will not accept, we will see. Tuples. What is a tuple? A tuple, it's an ordered sequence of elements. Can mix element type, can contain character, string, numbers all together, but we cannot change the element's value. Once we set the element's value, then we cannot change this element value. How we differentiate between list and the tuples? Tuples are represented by the parentheses. However, you will see the lists are denoted by square brackets. So tuples are represented by parentheses, And as we said, element value are immutable. Remember strings. So if we have 3 element tuples, has 2 in the first element, the MIT in the second element, and number 3 in the third element. And it is indexed as T0, T1, T2. So normally when we use the length of T, which is given by 3, so normally the index is -1. We started with 0. So when we are saying T0, it will return to us the 2. If we add to the end of the list of the tuples elements, yes, but those I cannot change them. So evaluate to 2 MIT 3, 4, 3, 5, 6. If I put T1 to 2, this is, I'm slicing the tuple element, and it will return this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So it will return MIT and 3. Oh, 1 to 2. Now 1 to 3, it will give me number 1 and number 2. If I said length of T, it will give me 3 here. T1 equal 4. I'm trying to change T1 to 4. From MIT, I need to make it 4. It will give me an error because we said it's immutable, so we cannot modify it. Now, if I want to give the value of X to Y and give the value the value of Y to X, I need to exchange or swap the variable values. If I use this X equal Y, Y equal X, it's wrong. All will be the value of Y. I lost the value of X. But if I put the temp variable equal X, X equal Y, then Y equal temp, then I swap those variables. Or I can put them in tuples and I can exchange them in the order. We said that we cannot change the value, but we can change the order. This is another point you have to memorize about tuples. So this is correct. Used to return more than one value from a function. For example, if we define a function that will do the reminders, X and Y. Now, the double division sign means integer division, R, X modular Y, it will give us the reminder. So this function doing the quotient, which is the integer division, and give us the reminder. So if we call it, put it in a tuple, quote and rem, and we send the numbers 4 and 5, what will be the answers? What will be the value of Q and the value of 5? Who can tell me? What will be the results? Guys, speak.
Q will be 0.
First one will be 0, and the second one, the rem, REM, what it will be, or R?
4.
4, yes. 4 divided by 5, it will give me 0. It will not give me integer division because 4 less than 5, and the remainder is 4. If I send 8 and 5, what is the answer will be? What is the value of Q? 8
1.
and 5. I hear
1,
somebody. 1, yes. And the R?
3.
3, yes. Can we iterate over tuples? Integer string, integer string, integer string, and those nums and those word. If not already in Word, unique string from a tuple. Can we iterate? If we define get data, and it will take a tuple, nums, empty tuple, words, empty tuple for T in a tuple, nums equal nums plus T0. If T1 not in words, words equal words plus T1. Minimum, min, nums, maximum is the maximum, unique words equal len, words. Then return min, max, unique words. So we call this singleton tuple, singleton tuples, the T0, comma. So this is in a class homework. Next week, I need an answer about singleton tuple. And the student who can explain this will get a bonus mark. Email me before the class that you are willing to present what do you mean by singleton tuple, empty tuple, and how to iterate over tuples. It's any class homework. Okay, guys? And to make it easier, it's as per group, project group, as per project group. So one member will present instead of the group members, and this will give you a bonus mark for your project final mark. Okay? I don't mind if the 12 groups want to present about singleton tuple, empty tuple, and you have the code, you can try and play with it and get back to me with the results. Clear, guys? I'm trying to give you some bonus marks. Okay, lists. It's the same ordered sequence of information. It is accessible by an index. A list is denoted by square brackets. In other programming languages, we used to call them arrays. A list contains elements, usually homogeneous, like all integers, can contain mixed type, but not common with lists. With the tuples, it's common, but with lists, it's not common, but you can. List element can be changed, so list is mutable. So we can change like I of 0. It was 5, we can change it to 7. But in the tuples, we cannot. Okay? Now, a list, 2 brackets, it's empty list. L is a list of a mixed value. And here, the 4th element of this list is also a list of 2 elements, but it will consider as one entity of L list. So if we choose the length of L, 1, 2, 3, 4. So all this will be considered as one element, even it's a list of 2 elements. L of 0, it will give you the 2. L of 2 plus 1, it will give you 5, which is 4 plus 1, it will give you 5. L3 evaluates to 1 to another list. L of 4 gives an error. We have 0, 1, 2, 3. We start with 0 always. I equal to L of I minus 1, which is L of 1. It will give you L of 1, which is the A above. Clear? Now we'll see how to change the elements. We said that lists are mutable, tuples are immutable. We have to remember this. Tuples with parentheses, list with brackets. Assigning to an element at an index, change the value L equal to 1, 3, L of 1 equal 5, then the list L now is 2, 5, 3. Note this is the same object L. So L will become to 2, 5, and 3 in the memory. So remember this. List members are mutable. Iterating over a list, compute the sum of element of a list. Common pattern, iterate over list elements. So if total equals 0 for I in range of length of L, total equal L of I, print total, and you send them L, whatever L is. L equals 0 for I in L, total, print the same way that we did with the string. So we can use this code in range or in L. It will return the same. List elements are index 0 to length minus 1, range n goes from 0 to n minus 1. So if the length is 5, so we'll go from 0 to 4 as an index, and this is the range, and the all index from 0 to length, which is n minus 1. Clear, guys? We can have a lot of operational lists. I'll explain some, then I will give you another homework to go play with a website to get more operations on lists. Add element to end of list with the command append. You will put the list name, which is object, considered as an object in Python, then dot append, then the element. So in this way, we add an element to the end of the list, mutate the list L equal to 1, 3, L dot append 5. List now is 2, 1, 3, 5. We add 5. What is the dot here? Because I said L is an object. In object, you have to put the object name, then dot, then the operation you want to do with the object. Lists are Python object. Everything in Python is an object. Object have data. Object have methods and functions. Access this information by object name dot do something. We'll learn more about this later once we start identifying object-oriented concepts. Operation on lists, add. To combine lists together, we will use concatenation, which is the plus operator, to give you a new list. Mutate list with L.extend some list. For example, if we have L1, L2, and L3, which is equal L1 plus L2. So L3 is 2, 1, 3, which is L1. Then we will add 4, 5, 6, which is L2. And if we put L1 dot extend 0 to 6, then mutated L1 to 2, 1, 3, 0, 6. Here we add a sublist to the end of L1.
Professor?
Yes.
One question. What's the difference between writing L1 equal to L1 plus another list and the L1 dot extend?
Here we are merging concatenation via the plus two lists together. If I put L2 plus L1, then it will be 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 3. But here we are extending the same list to new list. So we extend it by the numbers 0 and 6. So it will become 2, 1, 3, 0, 6.
Okay, instead of L1 dot extend, can we write L1 equal to L1 plus the 0,
no,
6?
You have to define L4 equal 0, 6, then L1 equal L1 plus L4.
Ah, okay.
Did you get the point?
Yeah. Okay.
So with
Understood.
extend, it's easier. Just extend the current list. No need to define another variable and consume the memory.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Operations on lists. Remove. Can we remove item from the list? Yes. Delete element at a specific index with the command del, which means delete. Then L, which is the list name plus the index. Remove element at the end of list. We can use, if we want to remove the last item, we can just use L.pop. Removing a specific element with L.remove this element. Looks for the element and removes it. If element occur multiple times, remove first occurrence. So here I need to like any number 5, I want to remove it, or any number 6, I want to remove it. So I can say L.remove. Here we can use the del if we know the index, but if we don't know the index and we said L dot remove 6, it will check the first occurrence of 6 and remove it. Other 6, if we have another number of 6 in the list, it will not be removed. If element not in the list, it will give me an error. So L equal 213670. Do below in order. L dot remove 2. It will be 136370. L dot remove 3. It will be 163. It will remove the first 3, and the other 3, the second 3 will be remain. They delete the element L1, which is the 6. It will be 1370. L dot pop, it will remove the 0. It will back to 137. You can try it at your compiler. Is that clear, guys? So remove will remove the first occurrence of the element. It will go through the list, check if this element is this value is there. It will remove the first occurrence of the value. Delete, it will do the same. It will delete an element, but we have to know the index of that element. Pop, it will remove the last element in the list. Is that clear? Questions? Now, if we want to convert a list to string and back, can we do this? Yes. Convert list to string with list s. Return a list with every character from s an element in L. Can use s.split to split the string into character parameters. Split on spaces if called without parameter. Use just empty dot join L to return a list character into a string. Can give a character in quotes to add character between every element. S equal I less than 3 CS. List of S split the minimum, then it will be L equal A B C space to join L, then underscore to join L. So if we see each one S to this one, S is a string. List S, it will be I less 3. It will move each character of the string to an element of the list. Split this one, then it will return I3 CS. L equal ABC. L is a list. Here joined to L, it will return ABC because there is no spaces. And if we add the underscore, it will add underscore between each character of that list as a string. Is that clear? Other list operation, we have sort and sorted and reverse. And many more. You can go here and do this tutorial. It will introduce you to all operation on the lists. Data structure, more on list, append, extend, insert, remove, pop, clear, index, count, sort, reverse, copy. All of these with codes. So it is very helpful tutorial. It is very helpful tutorial. So if we have L9603 as a list, sorted L, it will return sorted list does not mutate L. So if you put L.sort, mutate L0369, L.reverse, it will reverse it to 9630. So please check the difference between sorted and sort. There is a difference between these two commands. Mutation, aliasing, cloning, important and tricky. You can go to Python tutor to see more. Lists in memory are immutable. behavior differently than immutable types like tuples, is an object in a memory. It is a variable name points to object. Any variable pointing to that object is affected. Key phrase to keep in mind when working with list is side effects. So if you split the string, the list, sometimes you take the first part and you lose the last part. So you have to be careful when you are working with lists, especially when merging, splitting. You should be careful. Like an evaluation or analogy, attributes of a person is singer. He's a singer and rich. He is known by many names. All nicknames point to the same person. Add a new attribute to one nickname, like Justin Bieber is a singer, rich, troublemaker. All his nicknames refer to old attributes and all new, which is I or S. He has these nicknames. It will give me the same singer, rich, and troublemaker. So we can have different lists which pointing to the same person. How we alias the list. Hot is an aliases for warm. Changing one changes the other. Append has a side effect. So if we have A equal 1, B equal A, print B, so it will print 1, 1. Warm equal red, yellow, orange, then hot equal warm. Hot dot append pink, so we append the hot. Print hot, print warm. So since they are equal each other, so any append has a side effect that it will change both. It will change both. You see red, yellow, orange, and it, with append, it adds pink to the end of the list. So if you see here, warm and hot, they are pointing to the same list. So if we any change in the list, it will be reflected with warm or hot. Clear, guys? How to clone a list, which is create a new list and copy every element using the command cool colon between brackets. If we have chill equal cool, in this way, we have two string chill or equal cool. So cool is a cloning of chill, or chill is a cloning. It's copying the list of cool with all elements. So cool equal blue, green, gray, chill equal cool. We create a copy here with chill. Chill dot append black, print chill, print cool. If you see here without append, but we cloning the cool list with chill, so any change to chill will not affect the original string. But here with append, any change in warm will be appeared in hot, any change in hot it will appear in mine. So append has a side effect. Be careful. Clear the difference between cloning and aliasing. Sorting a string, as I told you, there is a difference between sort and sorted. Calling sort mutate the list, return nothing. Calling sorted does not mutate. List must assign result to a variable. So if we have a warm, red, yellow, orange, sorted warm, which is warm dot sort, print warm, it will give you orange, red, yellow. Then print so sort, it will mutate the list and change it. Print sorted warm, it will give me none. Sorted does not mutate. Okay. Cool, here we have gray, green, blue, sorted, cool, print, cool, gray, green, blue, print, sorted, cool, which is blue, green, gray. Is that clear, guys? Did you find the difference between sort? Sort will mutate the whole string. It will sort it and change the element. Sorted, it will keep the original cool as it is, and the new one will have the new values, or the sorted one. Is that clear? Here, warm, orange, red, yellow, sorted, warm, none, cool, gray, green, blue, sorted, cool is blue, green, gray, based on the alphabet. So did you see the difference between sort and sorted? List, we call it nested lists. So we can have a nested list. Side effect is still possible after a mutation. So we can put a list inside the list inside the list. So warm, it's yellow and orange. Hot, it's red at the first time. Bright colors equal warm. So bright colors will give the address of this one at the beginning. Bright colors dot appends hot. So it is pointing to this one and this one. So it has two lists together. Print bright colors. It will give us yellow, orange, and red as a new list inside the list. And the first one is list, the first element is list, and the second element is list, because it's pointing to both. Then we append hot, we append it with pink. We add to hot the word pink, print hot, then it will print red and pink here. Print bright colors, it will be yellow, orange, red, and pink. Is that clear? Are you with me, guys?
Yes, Professor.
Okay. Mutation and iteration. Try this in Python tutor. Try this code. Avoid mutating a list as you are iterating over it. If you are iterating, try to avoid. So if you are iterating, try to avoid mutating. So try this and see the difference with Python tutor. This is enough for today. If you have any question, please go ahead. Questions, guys?
Professor, can you suggest a website where we can find projects or project titles for our projects?
Yes.
Okay. You see the our website, right? Here you have all the steps. So we have 3 types of projects. Okay. The first one, implementation project. In this type of a project, you can choose a research paper, any research paper in your area. I make it to be flexible as much as I can with you guys. So any research paper published in your area, if you are a mechanical engineer or whatever, if you are communication, if you are robotics, any research paper published in using Python. How this could be found? You can go to Google Scholar. You can go to Google Scholar. For example, robotics. Let's see this paper. This paper describes an open source software project, Python Robotics. This is a collection of robotics algorithm implemented in Python programming language. The focus of the project is on autonomous navigation, and the goal is for beginners in robotics to understand the basic ideas behind each algorithm. In this project, the algorithms which are practical and widely used in both academia and industry are selected. Each sample code is written in Python 3 and only depends on some standard modules. So this one can give you a guide for some algorithms that could be chosen to be implemented in different way. Also, sometimes like some paper references can guide you to another one. Let's back.
Professor, I have a question.
Just wait to answer the first question. Okay.
Yeah, my question is related to this question actually.
Yeah.
Should we do we have to choose a topic that related to like our specialization, like robotics
No,
and
it's
power
up to you.
system?
It's up to you.
Okay, because our team is like a mix of every specialization.
I give as
of
an
the-
example. You can choose whatever you want.
Okay,
Like
thank you.
Python and robotics and mechatronics education. So you can choose any paper implemented using Python. You re-implement, don't use the original code. You re-implement this and compare your result with the other one. This is the first type of a project. Analysis project. In this type of project, you should choose a group, a class of algorithms like searching, sorting, machine learning, TensorFlow, anything you want, any group of algorithms, 2-3 algorithms, and you compare between them. And you should have some implementation. So to implement this group to show the difference in result, how is the complexity as I describe here. What data types to be used, what structure you use as part of your implementation. What is their complexity? Why to use this one is better in this case, this one is better in that case. Or you can like, hey, I will use Python to build this application or to build this system, and you choose it, and it's based on our approval. Choice of a project type should be indicated in the proposal submitted. So either you analyze a group of algorithms that developed using Python, either it's pure programming data structures like sorting, searching, trees, lexical parser, or whatever, or any group of algorithms that you find it's implemented in Python and you want to compare between them. Okay? Or you choose a research paper, you re-implement it, you redo the work or the practical side, which is the programming side. Is that clear, guys? I don't want to like to send you to certain point and make it difficult for you. But if you want to look for type 1, your friend is Google Scholar. And you can go to advanced search here. Advanced search, You can put like robotics, it should has, it's published there, authored by, articles, and it should be a recent articles in the last 3-4 years. In order not to have like a huge differences in implementation in the code. Is that clear, guys, for the project? You can choose like SIS 2017. For example, here they use Python for botnet. You can choose this paper, see what they did, and try to do it using Python. Like, for example, network security model. Here he used like that deep neural network. I'm not sure if you want to go that deep, but here you can see and how they implement deep neural network in Python. Low cost approach to crack Python. So you'll have a lot of things. So I'll leave it open for you guys. You do want to do analysis of a group of algorithms, you will choose this. Most of the students last year choose the analysis. Some groups, they choose papers. So I leave it for you. If you have any extra question, please don't hesitate to ask. Clear, guys?
Professor?
Yes.
Regarding the second part of the implementation project, can we do something like take a problem and find a solution for it?
Yes, sure.
Without having a research paper in it, it's okay?
Yes, sure.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
So it's a research topic that you choose, which is not implemented by anyone, but your group will implement it, which is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is amazing. So as I told you, we are open and flexible.
Okay, okay.
But I don't want it to be harsh, like this group do this and I assign the title. I'm not that kind of a professor that who enforces a student to do something. It might be difficult for them.
Okay, okay, Professor. Thank you.
You are welcome. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, I have a question. From the analysis part for the project, so let's say that we are looking for a searching algorithm. So we need to find 3-4 types of different searching algorithms, apply to a specific problem and differentiate how they're different.
Yeah, you analyze this algorithm will do this, this algorithm consume a lot of memory, this algorithm consume a lot of computation power. This is very complex with this kind of problem and data. It's not suitable. This one is better. Like you compare between them in a way of analysis.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Hey, Professor.
Yes.
I have a question about the types of projects. So we're like our groups, we are supposed to choose the implementation project.
Okay.
And we actually found a game using Python. Is that available? Because
yes, sure.
But when I see the outline guidelines of the project, like you said that for the implementation project, we have to choose a research paper, but for the game we don't have the research paper, and it's not a problem. So is it still available?
Yes, it's available.
It is? Okay.
It's either research paper or a topic you choose.
Okay. Because I saw your guidelines. You said that like you can choose a research paper.
You can choose a research paper, but it's not a must.
Okay, so we can choose a topic that we like, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
Questions? If you don't have any question, you can leave. You are free to leave. Have a good night.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you. Okay, I will stop recording at this point. Anybody of the remaining, Jocelyn, How, Ahmad, Hingong, Can, Aditi,
Thank you, Professor.
thank you.
Have a good
Thank you.
day.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, guys.